Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee. Kathy Daigle-Gammon, Deputy Mayor, and I'll be doing our call to order and land acknowledgement. Halifax Regional Municipality is located in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and the traditional lands of the Mi'kmaq people. The municipality acknowledges the peace and friendship treaties signed in this territory and recognizes that we are all treaty people. Our first item on the agenda is the annual election of chair, and I will invite Dorothy, our legislative assistant, to conduct the election, please, and thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I would like to call for nominations for the position of Chair for Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee.
I would like to nominate Councillor Mancini.
Thank you. Do we have any other nominations for the position of Chair? Any other nominations for the position of Chair? I will call for the last time. Any other nominations for a position of Chair? Thank you. Can I get a motion to appoint Councillor Mancini as the Chair and a seconder? Just need a seconder now. Thank you. So Councillor Mancini is declared the successful candidate for the chair of the Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee. Since the chair is not here right now, I will also do the selection for vice chair. So I'd like to call for nominations for the position of vice chair.
I nominate Councillor Kathy Daigle-Gammon for the position of Vice Chair for the Environment and Sustainability Committee.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder? Thank you. I'd like to call for any other nominations for Vice Chair. Any other nominations for Vice Chair? Any other nominations? Thank you. Can we get a motion to second, a mover and a seconder, to appoint Deputy Mayor Daigle-Gammon as Vice Chair? Thank you. We have Councillor Steele. Thank you. Deputy Mayor has been elected the Vice Chair of the Environmental Sustainability Committee. Thank you.
Just bear with me one moment and I'll get the computer set up here. So our next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of October 3rd, 2024. And we would ask for a mover and a seconder of the minutes, please. Councillor Steele, and seconded by Councillor Hartling. Thank you. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye or raising your hand.
I had a comment.
Oh, I'm sorry, Councillor White. Yes, your comment.
My comment was, it's just a little thing. Is it highlighted? Somewhere it said to climate change. There we go. One public participation, item 11, talking about greenhouse gas emissions at Otter Lake and the threat to climate change. I just wanted to reword that because it's not a threat to climate change. It's contributing to climate change.
Dorothy, do you have that edit for the minutes, please?
Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor White. So the minutes as amended. Councillor Steele, as amended. Councillor Hartling, thank you. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye, raising your hand. Opposed, nay. The motion is carried. Thank you. The next item on our agenda is the approval of the order of business and the approval of additions and deletions. Madam Clerk, Dorothy, do we have any additions or deletions?
No additions or deletions have been received by the clerk's office.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve our order of business, please. Councillor White, seconded by Councillor Steele. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye or raising your hand. Opposed is nay. Motion is carried. Thank you. Business arising out of the minutes, there are none. A call for declaration of conflict of interests. Hearing none. Motions of reconsideration are none. Motions of rescission are none. Consideration of deferred business is none. Notice of tabled matters is none. Correspondence, petitions, and delegations. Madam Clerk, do we have any?
No correspondence or petitions have been received by the clerk's office.
Thank you so much. And now we have public participation. I do not believe that we had any speakers signed up prior to this meeting at time, but if there's anyone in the gallery that would like to speak. The second time, is there anyone in the gallery who would like to speak? Last chance, Jody. No. Hearing none, we have no public participation, but I would like to recognize one of our university students who's in the gallery with us. Jody, it's a pleasure to have you here. And now information items brought forward, there are none. Reports from staff, 13.1.1, Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee, Councillor nominations and appointments. There is a presentation associated with this report, and Annie Sherry is with us, Public Appointments Coordinator, and available to answer any questions that we might have. Oh, there is no presentation. My apologies, Annie. So we do have a motion on the floor, and we can put the motion on the floor and then go through one by one. Right?
Yeah, I just wanted to check on it before.
Okay, so who would like to read through this motion for us, please, and thank you. Thank you, Councillor Steele.
It's the motion for nomination that we're talking about, Councillor Day, okay? That the Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee nominate one councillor from the members of said committee for appointment to the Halifax Regional Council to serve on the board of the Halifax Regional Water Commission for a term to November 2026. 2, appoint one councillor from members of the Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee to serve on the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee for a term to November 2026. Appoint one councillor from the members of the Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee as the alternate to the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee for a term to November 2026. And finally, number 4, to appoint one councillor from the members of the Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee to serve on the Executive Standing Committee for a term to November 2026.
Thank you, Councillor Hartling, for the second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Yep. Oh, I'm rushing it. Okay. All right. So now we will ask for nominations to serve on the Halifax Regional Water Commission. Councillor Hartling.
I nominate Councillor Steele.
Thank you. Do you accept the nomination, Councillor Steele? Thank you. So are there any other nominations? Oh, a seconder? Sorry, I thought I saw that. Councillor White, thank you. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? For the third time, any other nominations? So now we have Councillor Steele for the Halifax Water Commission. It is moved and seconded. Dorothy, do we do this again now? Oh, we'll do them all at the end? Great. The next is our appointment to the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee and a call for nominations to the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee. Councillor Steele?
I nominate Councillor Hartling to the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee.
Thank you. And do you accept that nomination? Is there a seconder, please? Councillor White, thank you so much. Are there any other nominations? Oh. Any?
Thank you, Chair. Hello, everyone. So just for context here, I just briefly spoke with staff ahead of the meeting, and the committee can do with this as they desire, but just wanted to inform everyone that often this representative is the person who has been this representative from the committee in the past has also been the chair of the committee, and where Councillor Mancini has also indicated his interest, just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of that, but not tied to in rule.
So we can ask for the second time. Are there any other nominations? For the third time, are there any other nominations? Councillor Steele?
I didn't totally understand Annie's comment. So your suggestion is that the person on this committee is often the person that's the chair of the Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee. So, oh, or is it the Solid Waste Resource Management? I didn't understand, sorry.
My apologies. So we are, yes, it is often the representative who is chosen to serve on the NS Solid Waste Resource Management Committee has been the chair of the Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee. But again, not tied to in rule, just wanted to inform.
Councillor White?
I'm just unclear if Councillor Mancini has also requested that or just made that assumption because he wanted to be chair of this committee. Do you know that, Annie? Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Through the chair to the councillor. Thank you for the question. Yes, Councillor Mancini did indicate his interest in serving on the NS Solid Waste Resource Management Committee as well.
Okay. Well, Councillor Hartling.
I was just gonna say, if you go to page 3 of the PDF, we do note like where our interest in it and the priority that we hold to it. So it's in the PDF, yeah.
Welcome, Councillor Austin. We're at the agenda item appointing, accepting nominations for the committee member to sit for the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee. Our coordinator, Annie, has shared that typically the representative who is the chair of Environment Standing Committee has usually been in this position and would chair this committee. Councillor Hartling has accepted a nomination for the position as well. So just to be clear, although some things are maybe at times done one way, there is always an opportunity for them to be done differently. And if there is a second nomination, then we will go through and we will have the votes. So we're at the point of calling for the second time for a nomination for the position within the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee. Councillor Austin.
Thank you. Is it Ms. Chair or Ms. Vice Chair? I'm not sure how the chair turned out.
Councillor Mancini was nominated and elected as chair, and I as vice chair.
Thank you, Ms. Vice Chair. So just, is this the extended producer responsibility that Councillor Mancini's been very much involved in as chair over the last number of years?
I believe, yes, that is one of the items that the committee does
Okay.
attend to.
I'll nominate Councillor Mancini. I believe he was interested in that role, even though he's not here.
Okay, is there a seconder for that nomination? Councillor White seconds. So for the third time, are there any nominations for the position? And so now we have 2 nominations, and so we will coordinate via a vote. And Annie will help us with that. And Josh, I guess you get to be the official counter. Councillor Austin.
Typically folks have a chance to speak as to why they're seeking the nomination. I don't know if I missed that. Tony obviously can't speak since he's not here, but if Councillor Hartling wants to speak to it, I think she should get the opportunity if she wishes.
Councillor Hartling, if you wish.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so just to be clear, running regarding garbage and litter was a big part of my campaign, and it's something that I care passionately about. I have the Otter Lake facility bumping up right beside District 13. I have a C&D dump site in District 13. The Ragged Lake Business Park will continue to be a big, producer in that way. It's just something that I feel very passionate about. I have said from day one that this is the file that I want. It's okay if Tony gets it too, but yeah, if I could just leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hartling. And now you get to vote. So we'll just wait a moment and we'll see the result of the vote. And if you look to the agenda, there is the next position that we do vote on is the alternate for the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee. Thank you very much, Annie. Thank you very much, Josh. And welcome to the member, Nancy Hartling, Councillor Hartling. So the next item is the alternate for the Nova Scotia Solid Waste Resource Management Committee, 1 member. So we have nominations as an alternate. Councillor Austin.
I would nominate Councillor Mancini for the alternate position.
Thank you so much. I saw a whole bunch of hands go up, so I'll pick one. Councillor Steele for the second. Any other nominations for the alternate? For the third time, any other nominations for the alternate? Wonderful. So unanimously, Councillor Mancini as the alternate. The Executive Standing Committee, and now we will look for nominations to the Executive Standing Committee, please. Thank you, Councillor Steele.
To nominate Councillor White for representing this committee on the Executive Standing Committee.
Is there a seconder? Councillor Austin. Councillor White, you accept the nomination? For the second time, are there any other nominations? Third and final time, are there any nominations? So welcome, Councillor White. And so now we would have one motion with the names of each. Oh, we'll just call for the question? We're good. I like it, this style. So call for the question. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye or raising your hand. Opposed, nay. Motion is carried. Thank you very much, Annie, for your support this afternoon. Business rising out of the minutes, there are none. Oops, no, I'm back. Lost my page for a moment there, folks. So our proposed 2025 meeting schedule. Now, this says that there is a presentation, but I do not believe that there is. So we have a motion, please, for our 2025 meeting schedule. Councillor Steele, would you like to make the motion?
No, Councillor Austin can do it.
I saw his hand up, but you were the
Yes.
first on the mic, so.
Adopt the proposed Environment and Sustainability Standing Committee proposed 2025 meeting schedule.
Seconded by Councillor Hartling. Any discussion on the schedule? Nope. Call for the question. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Raising your hand. Opposed, nay. The motion is carried. We have a schedule of meetings. Next is motions. There are none. We have no in camera, no added items, any notices of motion. Then the date of our next meeting is February 6, 2024, and we would ask for a motion to adjourn. So moved. Councillor Austin at 1:55. Thank you, everyone, so very much. Have a great afternoon.